Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jamie and today we're in my kitchen here in Houston, Texas. I have a really delicious miso maple tofu recipe planned for you that also just so happens to be a sushi recipe. So we've got a lot of ground to cover between making the tofu and making sushi today. Let's go ahead and get started. Tofu can be a confusing protein for a lot of chefs to work with, just because it's so far out of the realm of what's familiar. So what is tofu? I like to think of it as a soybean cheese. The process of making it starts with making soy milk. So soy milk is made by blending soybeans and water together and then straining out all of those soybean skins and the meat from the soybeans. Then to make tofu, you would add a curdling agent, so an acid like lemon juice, lactic acid. There's a long list of things you can choose from. And once you add that acid, the soy milk is going to begin to curdle and create little clumps. To get tofu, you would then press all of those clumps together. Tofu is sold, marketed by the firmness or the softness of the actual piece of tofu. And what determines that is the level of water content in the tofu. Today we're working with extra firm tofu, so there's not much extra water in it at all. The first step is always what's known as pressing the tofu. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap our tofu. You can do this either in a paper towel or a dish towel like I'm doing. And then we need to press it with something heavy to kind of strain any of that excess water out. My weapon of choice is always a cast iron skillet because I have one sitting around and it's really nice and heavy. So I'm going to set that off to the side while we begin to work on the marinade for our miso maple tofu. I have some miso paste, sesame oil, maple syrup, ginger, salt, and white pepper. Two cups of sushi rice. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and pour in some rice wine vinegar. That's really gonna add to the sticky element, and then I'm gonna fluff it and let it steam for a few more minutes. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and throw our jalapeno peppers into this pan with a little bit of oil. We wanna hear that sexy sizzle when they hit the pan. We're gonna let them cook here until they begin to blister some. For our smoky carrot marinade, we went ahead and minced some garlic. Also in this bowl, I have some cumin, coriander, and smoked paprika. I'm gonna add some soy sauce and a little bit of water. We're gonna mix all this together, and this is gonna be what we're gonna cook our carrots in. Same pan that we used for our jalapeno peppers. I'm gonna cook them over a medium-high heat. And before we throw the sauce in the pan, let's go ahead and cook the carrots in some of that jalapeno oil. Let them start to soften up. I don't want the carrot to lose too much of its texture, that crunch to it, so I've reduced the heat to a low. We're just gonna let the sauce reduce and get a little bit thicker on those carrots. The Panko battered asparagus, I'm gonna go ahead and make what's known as a flax egg. I have about 2 tablespoons of flaxseed powder and some salt. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of water to this bowl and then mix this together. As it sets, it's gonna gelatinize or get thicker. And this is what will dip our asparagus in before rolling them in the panko. So to begin our sushi rolling process, you're gonna need your sushi mat. Ideally, you would wrap this in saran wrap. You're gonna take your sheet of nori or roasted seaweed, and you're gonna place it rough side up, shiny side down. You'll notice that one side of your nori is textured and the other side isn't. You always want that textured side to be facing up. You're gonna need a bowl of what's known as tezu water. Tezu water is just water with about a tablespoon of vinegar in it, rice wine vinegar. What that's gonna do is it's gonna keep the sticky sushi rice from sticking to your hands and your knife when you go to roll. You're gonna, of course, need your steamed sushi rice and then all of your ingredients to stuff your roll. So we have our smoky carrots, our charred jalapeños, our vegan cream cheese, avocado, and I'm gonna pull the maple tofu out of the oven in just a minute. We have our first beautiful roll of miso maple tofu sushi. Alright guys, so that's a wrap, or should I say a roll, for our sushi making and miso maple tofu video. I'm gonna go ahead and eat all of this delicious sushi we just made. And I even saved the rice and the leftover ingredients to make rice bowls tomorrow. Make sure you get your wasabi and your soy sauce to dip in, and you're ready to enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back next Sunday with another video. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel for more vegan cooking videos. Bye guys.